Darwin Nunez, then let's have a talk about it, guys. I know there's a lot of stuff that's been going around doing the rounds today when I've been at work. What he's put up on social media, Arne Slot's comments at the press conference. I'm going to touch on all that in this video, guys. But obviously, before we go any further, guys, I need to remind you all to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment down below. Also, my 45-minute long Liverpool rebuild for the summer is now live on the channel. It was premiered at 6 o'clock. I had some good feedback from it already. If you haven't already, go give it a look, guys. Tell me what you think, if you can stick it out for 45 minutes. It's a 1.0. There will be another one coming a bit later in the year. So yeah, it could change. But anyway, guys, we're here for this Darwin Nunez stuff that's gone on today. So I've got the tweets, I've got the comments, I've got from Slot and Nunez, and I've also got an article I'm going to go through from James Pearce. The fact that the media is now touching on it, it adds up that Nunez's time at Liverpool is done, guys, if we didn't already know so already. So all the hullabaloo stems from this tweet yesterday, guys, that Nunez put up, or this morning. And basically, it's translated as this. 2-3 weeks ago, Darwin was the best. Darwin give us the 3 points. But yesterday, I was unlucky enough to miss a goal, and I am once again the worst and the failure. I don't fall, I get up, and I'm never going to give up. I'm going to give it all my all until the last day I have to be in Liverpool. Resilience. Now, first and foremost, I see that as him basically admitting that he knows his time at Liverpool is numbered now. It's been apparent for a fair bit. I think Liverpool's fans' support of him is wearing thin. In all fairness, but he needs to come off social media a little bit as well, in my opinion, guys. He just does. Like, the worst thing about this is what I'll say is the fact that he deleted it as well. That's the worst bit. Like, if you're gonna put something up, stand by your word, stand by what you say. Do you know what I mean? I do feel sorry for the guy, like, regarding all the online hate and everything. Like, it's just bollocks. Like, he's a human. I know Liverpool paid a lot of money for him and everything like that, and we can all be mad at him, but just give him a fucking break at the same time. Like, he's not going to be here much longer, and while he is here, let's just support him. You know, he could end up scoring the winner in the not the FA Cup, the Carabao Cup or the Champions League or whatever. He could still do that. Do I think that's going to happen? No. No, I don't. But end of the day, we've got to support him while he's still here at Liverpool. But yeah, he is useless. He's a waste of money. And he probably does join that list of Jurgen Klopp signings that just didn't make it. You know, like Keita, for instance. Didn't work, did it? Karius didn't work. There's probably a fair few other ones as well, guys. So yeah, that's that from Nunez' side. On the Slot side, in his press conference, he basically called him out for his lack of work rate after the miss. He basically says that he can accept every miss. What is harder for me to accept is the behaviour after that chance. It was not the usual Darwin who works his ass off. He was too disappointed at missing that chance. And I think that's fair. And I kind of like give it to Slot as well for actually standing by his guns. And like, you know, he has defended him to a point, saying like, you know, I'm not too bothered about the miss. Like, he said something like, the reason why it's called a chance is because it's not guaranteed, which is true. It is true. Jota also missed chances. I think Jota probably had that shot when it went ballooned all the way to the other side. I've never, ever hardly seen Jota do that. But we have seen Nunez do this a lot. I mean, there was an article or some sort of stat earlier on that basically said that since Nunez had joined Liverpool, he was missing nearly a chance a game. Like, you know, a big chance a game. It was like 0.99% of chances missed. Big chances missed. So, per game. So he's missing a fair few. And I just hope it doesn't come back to bite us in the ass come the end of the season. When, you know, hopefully we're still at the point to win the league, guys. Sticking with Slot's press conference, he basically said that Cody Gakpo's hit or miss for the weekend and saying it'll be a close call. And also, Paul Joyce has mentioned that Arne Slot and his assistant have accepted the FA's charges against them from the Merseyside derby. And now it's back at the FA, so he could miss the Carabao Cup final, guys, depending on what happens. You know, I thought he may have already been charged and everything like that and punished by now, so he may not even be on the sideline against City. So we'll have to just wait and see what happens in this instance, guys. But yeah, it's coming, isn't it? He's going to get a touchline ban or something, apparently, I would say, anyway. Moving on to the article from James Pearce. Now, I can't obviously show you because it's behind a paywall, but I have highlighted the segments of it that I want to read. So, James Pearce has written an article saying Darwin Nunez's regression means a Liverpool exit this summer seems increasingly inevitable. Nunez cut a lonely figure as he walked off the pitch with his head bowed. The Uruguayan attacker should have been Liverpool's hero against Villa. The most expensive signing in the club's history ought to have been basking in the glory of firing them 10 points clear at the top of the Premier League. Instead, a crestfallen Nunez was left with an all too familiar sinking feeling and another glaring miss for his collection. Just want to point out one thing, guys. The most expensive signing in the club's history. So obviously we signed Virgil for 75. Many people think that we only signed Nunez for 60 odd. Obviously some of them add-ons have come into play, so it's above 75 million now for Darwin Nunez. Slot has improved so many of the players he inherited from Klopp, but sanding off Nunez's rough edges has so far proven beyond him. The former Benfica striker has regressed rather than kicked on in his third season, and a parting of the ways looks increasingly likely come the summer. Liverpool's decision to snub interest in Nunez from the Saudi Pro League in January made perfect sense given the difficulty of recruiting a suitable replacement. But come the close season, they need to offload him and invest in a new number 9 better suited to Slot's brand of football. I'm still adamant I don't believe that. I don't believe Liverpool turned down 70 odd million for Nunez. I just don't. You would have kept Jadon Danns if it was that much of an issue for you. I don't believe it. It gets me mad. There's no way. There's no fucking way they rejected 70 million for Nunez in January. No way. Because you won't get 70 million for him now. It's becoming very apparent you want rid of him. The media are talking about it. So you are obviously looking at getting this kid out of the club. So you're going to be looking at maybe 40, 30 million for him now. You are not going to get 70 million for Nunez in the summer. You are not. So why the fuck would you reject it if it's fucking true? It's not true, guys. God, sorry about that. Jota, who was also guilty of squandering a golden opportunity against Villa, is worth persevering with. There are some promising signs of him regaining his sharpness, but the fact he was starting back-to-back top-flight matches last night for the first time since October shows you cannot bank on him. It was telling during Jota's long absence that Slot opted for Luis Diaz through the middle rather than Nunez. Liverpool played 16 Premier League games before Jota returned to the starting 11, and Nunez started just 6 of them, and 4 of those were the first 4. Fucking hell, didn't know that. Slot felt like he had to give Diaz a breather against Villa, given his recent workload, with the Colombian coming on for the final 10. Despite Gakpo being sidelined with an ankle injury, there's still no game time for Chiesa, who has played just 25 minutes of league football for Liverpool this season. Fucking hell. Needs to get some sleep, that kid. And then he just finishes off, guys, by going that Slot will need to pick his chin off the floor because the Uruguayan will still have a part to play in the running. But against Villa, he showed why he remains down the pecking order and why, beyond the summer, he will be surely plying his trade elsewhere. So I'll go back to it, guys. The fact the media is even talking about this now as well just goes to show that Nunez's time at Liverpool is done. It's done, guys. It's over. If you didn't know so already, it's done. But yeah, let me know down below, guys, what you think about all of this. I mean, the fact he deleted that comment doesn't look good on him either. Just stay off social media, mate. Get your head down and start banging him some goals, and maybe it would happen. I mean, as I was saying on the stream a couple of times, he needed to score another 15 goals to keep himself here, but obviously he hasn't even been able to do that. So I feel bad for him. I wanted him to succeed. I really did, but it's not worked out. And yeah, looks like his time at Liverpool is done, guys. Anyway, let me know down below what you think about all of this, and I'll catch you in the next one.